All right. Well, we know there's, Green Bay has been smoky since the 2020 draft. I mean, it's on fire. It's on fire there. And I mean, Aaron Rodgers bounced back as expected. I wasn't worried, but there were some who were worried by Aaron Rodgers. I mean, one of his former teammates, Jermichael Finley, comes out and says, I don't think he works as hard as he used to. Well, he probably doesn't work as hard as he used to because he's better. So he doesn't have to work as hard to be great. He's more efficient with his time.
I think that's a fallacy, AI. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a non-championship winning fallacy. Okay, there's always room for improvement. But I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's fine. And then he said he could see Jordan Love starting by week 4. No. And then you got Bill Cowher calling him out and Nate Burleson calling him out. I understand why Nate Burleson would have smoke with Aaron Rodgers because he's a NFC North guy and he got beat up a lot by the Packers. But Aaron Rodgers, he went to his boy Pat McAfee and he kind of has some words for the media. And he's pretty much like, y'all are out here chasing blue checks. Y'all are out here trying to build your own celebrity, but the stuff that y'all try to build off of is terrible. They're just hot takes and it's not good substance. And as someone who's not a big consumer of ESPN, I see that like is the hot take sales, the Skip Bayless hot take sales. And I found it very interesting though, because Colin on yesterday's show, Wednesday's show, he kind of went in on Aaron, and to a point where it almost got felt personal. And I go, hit dogs holler. But one of Colin's points was that he was like, my best stuff is not like my wild takes. People don't care about wild takes. And I go, maybe not from you, but I think the suits upstairs like the wild takes. Like if you listen to what Max Kellerman was saying on First Take before he got fired, did you listen to Skip Bayless, the show before you? And here's the wild things he said. It's like, LeBron is not a top 10 player all time. Like, I mean, there's a reason why Skip Bayless is one of the highest paid sports media guys, and Aaron Rodgers hates his guts because there are people who just say wild things that are just not true. So Aaron fires back at the media, and then the media gets mad, like, how dare you come at us? Like, I don't know. I'm just loving this new Aaron Rodgers with his long hair. He looks like he's stoned all the time, and he's just like his zen self. He just looks so happy. And then he just diced up. Then he diced up Detroit in the second half just because, he could. And
he diced up Detroit.
Detroit's going to be competitive this year.
They're not going to be the pushover that they were last year. That's for sure.
No. Dan Campbell's coaching those boys up.
But this is what I'll say too. Which funny story about his hair. You know why he's growing his hair out?
Why?
No.
It's for Halloween.
Who's he going to be for Halloween?
I don't know. That's the question. He literally said that he's doing it for Halloween and that it's somebody that he really looks up to that he's going to be. And he said that was the reason for the long hair. And so I have no idea who that could possibly be, but I just
Aaron
think
Rodgers is going to be the Joker.
His hair out for one day out of the year. And
he might be Heath Ledger Joker.
He's going to be the Joker.
You think?
That's the only thing I could see with that hair.
Yeah, could be.
I was for sure wondering why he was growing out his hair because I'm like, dude, you look like you don't give a fuck right now. Like
he looks, and if you notice too, he looks a little frailer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely looks like he's trying to play method for Halloween, to be honest.
Well, and that's what just makes it so interesting. At first, I was thinking he was going to be Matthew McConaughey in Dallas Buyers Club or something, but I don't know. But either way,
we'll find out in about 30
Aaron's
minutes.
got all the right in the world to talk shit about the media. This man has nothing to prove anymore. Even with just one Super Bowl, he has nothing to prove. He goes down as one of the top, no matter what. He's one of the 10 greatest quarterbacks ever already. And everybody knows it. And anyone that's actually watched football for the last 2 decades, if you talk about who did you enjoy watching the most and who did you think was the best while watching, I always rank Peyton Manning first because to me, from what I saw, Peyton Manning was the greatest quarterback I've ever seen play. Tom is the best quarterback ever. He's the greatest football player ever. We can all agree on that. He's the greatest. But in terms of if you were just watching the game, most people I would think you would say Peyton Manning. And then second, I would put Aaron Rodgers in terms of what I saw and just like the throws and then his style of play, because people forget how mobile Aaron Rodgers is. I got to see this man the year he won the Super Bowl come to Atlanta. And beat us. We were the number 1 seed, 13-3, and wow, I mean, I couldn't fucking believe it. I couldn't believe it, and it's unbelievable. But I think he has every right to kind of talk to the media the way that he wants, because the media talks about everybody the way that they want. So don't throw it if you know what I mean. If they can't handle what's being thrown at them, then what they're throwing, then don't do it. Like,
yeah, totally agree. They like to say, "You're a public figure. We can criticize you. You're also a public figure, media, and I have a First Amendment right too, there, bud."
But I had to go dig up some stats real quick, because my one thing about Aaron Rodgers that I would have him maybe not in my top 5 is his inability to play from behind, and it seems to be a mental thing. It's like when he gets down, he'll beat up on himself. So I just did the quickest research as I could. This was published January 22nd, 2017, so it's a little bit outdated, right? But
that sounds like after they got beat by us.
Probably.
That's not like, but it's
look,
true.
Rodgers,
right. That's true.
And I'll check this again, and maybe the next time after I have time to research it, I'll let you know if it still holds true. But Rodgers has never won a game in which he trailed by more than 1 point in the fourth quarter.
That's an interesting stat.
I do know that Matt Ryan and Andy Dalton
in these games.
Matt Ryan and Andy Dalton have more come from behind wins than Aaron Rodgers. So that's the one knock on Aaron Rodgers, because back in the day, Matt Ryan could come from behind. Now
he literally had
he's overcome a 1 point deficit 2 times, but never anything more than a 1 point deficit.
He literally had the most fourth quarter comebacks, and since
I'm sorry.
What you got?
Next line. So what does this mean ahead of Sunday's NFC Championship? Well, for one, the Packers can't afford to fall behind to the Falcons, particularly in the fourth quarter. This was published right before that game.
That game was over after Julio scored to start off the third quarter. It was like 41-0 or something.
Let me tell you a funny story about that game. I was at a Packers bar with a Michael Vick jersey on in San Diego. You know, I was just asking for help. And as the game's tight, you know, you're talking shit back and forth, and it's fun. It's all friendly. Then once we go up, and then once we're winning, I'm in there doing the dirty bird. I'm just talking cash money shit. And this girl is like, fuck you, the Falcons suck. I'm like, yo, hey, dude, get your chick, bro. The Falcons are winning the game, so they don't suck. Like, we're not having an analytical football conversation at all. She's drunk and angry. I can't talk to her the way I want to because she's a woman. I respect women. Bro, get your girl. Then the security guard is like in my face, like, I lost a fucking $1,000 on this game. I'm like, what does that have to do with me? Like, I didn't coach the Falcons. I didn't play for the Falcons. Like, I just watched the game like you did.
I'm just from Georgia and support my hometown team.
So this dude the security guy kicks me out of the bar because he lost $1,000 on the game. And I'm like, dude, like, I'm going to leave here because you're security and you can tell the police whatever you want and they'll believe you over me. So I'm just going to go back to home base, drink for free, eat for free where I'm loved.